Greetings, sports fans. This is George, Custom Tied Flies and Guide Service. And we're going to do a tutorial on the CT's Olive Flash Bunny. Excuse me. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And you'll find this and other super duper bugs on the Custom Tied Fly Shop's website at www.custom-tied.com. That's custom-tied.com. Have a splash. Don't forget the dash. So now that I got that part out of the way, let's talk about this CT Flash Bunny. It's a juvenile bait fish pattern. You can throw it in ponds or throw it in rivers, throw it in streams. Any fish is going to try to eat this thing. Excuse me. The ingredients will be in the description. This is what it looks like when it's done. So let's move on to how to build it. First things first, we're going to take a Gamakatsu B10S in a size 8, as what this is. And I've taken hairline standard Zonker strips. You can also use the micros in olive. And I've cut this at 1.25 inches. And then I move up about 1/4 inch, and I put a little hole in the strip, and excuse me, that's where your hook is going to go. Goes right in that little hole, and then you mount up. Excuse me, the bead that I have on here, I got from oh, I can't remember the name of the company. Wholesale Fly Company. That's it. Excuse me. So what we're going to do here is okay, so like I said, I got the beads from Wholesale Fly Company. I'm going to use Hairline's 0.02 inch lead wire. I'm going to take 8 wraps. And I'm going to take this tail that I have here, and I'm just going to wrap it around the back end. Okay, now I'm using Semperfli's Nano Silk in a 50D. I have found when I'm using this kind of thread, it's very slick. So instead of just trying to tie it on, I found that if I take a couple of loose wraps first, then cinch, it works out a little better. Now I'm going to build me a little thread dam right here at the end of my lead. I'm going to push that lead up. I'm going to take some securing wraps across the lead. If you look real close, you can see the, well, maybe you can't see it. Give me a second. Let me see if I can focus that a little better. There, that should let you see a little better what I'm talking about. If you look here real close, you'll see where the thread is going across the lead wire. And then you're just going to wrap that back and forth a few times. You don't have to mummify it, but just wrap it back and forth a few times. Okay, and then bring your thread down almost to the bend. Then you're going to pull your rabbit strip up and take a big pinch wrap right there. Take a couple on the shank and then back onto the strip, then back onto the shank, then back onto the strip. You just have to fiddle around with that a little bit to get it to go on there straight. But you want to keep going back and forth between the strip and the shank because you're trying to lash the strip to the shank. So if you just keep going around the strip, it'll spin on you. But if you go back and forth between the two, then it won't. Like that. Then next is your flash. And here I'm using Flashaboo in gold, Chartreuse, and silver. Take a few pinch wraps here. And bring that down below. And take a few more. I find I like the longer bobbin when I'm working with very thin thread. I don't get as much torque and the thread doesn't break as easily. Plus I can reach. Okay. And that is the inside. So like with the rest of my flies, I tie these in pieces for durability. So this goes off to the side to dry. When it's dry, it looks like that. And when you get tied back in, I'm going to need my bobbin cradle here, so I'm going to move the camera. Just give me a second. Okay. So from here, I'm going to make a dubbing loop. I'm going to hit it with beeswax. I like beeswax. I'm not a big fan of the synthetic waxes they have out there. And I'll use them from time to time, but I prefer beeswax. you're going to want about a 4 or 5 inch dubbing loop. I use a Dr. Slick turbo spinner. Put a couple of half hitches up here. Bring my dubbing cradle over. Find my middle. And then I have Hairline ice dub in olive. And I'm going to take little wisps and I'm going to stuff that into my dubbing loop. I don't want big chunks. Just little pieces. And there we have it. Put my finger in that that dubbing loop right there in the first notch of my index finger. Give my spinner a turn and zoop. And then I'm going to take my dubbing brush. I'm going to pick my dubbing out a little bit. And what is grossly standing out, I'm going to pull off. All right. And then I'll just turn that on. And if it looks like it's going stupid, I can just rake it back with my fingers. And there we go. Get dubbing loop out of the dubbing cradle out of the way. All right. Take a couple of turns here. I'm going to take my dubbing brush and give that a scrub. There we go. Now, silver. Gold. Chartreuse. Even those up. If you're into, put your little finger in there. Then you take a clamp of some sort. Here I'm using hackle pliers. You're going to save that for your next one. You're going to find the middle of this one. And it goes underneath. And then you're going to bring you a little thread base back about half the size of your bead or so. Then last piece, you have this is EP Fibers streamer brush in olive, 1/2 inch. Lash that on. And then you're going to get probably 4 turns. Just stroke those fibers back. Your last turn, you want to really reef on it because you want to get that wire up under the bead. Old pair of scissors. Thread broke there at last, but that's all right. Paint that with Solares Bone Dry. Or you could use, you know, Sally Ann Hard as Nails or Rump's head cement or Loon head cement. Well, I mean, whatever you want to use. Super glue. I don't really like to use super glue too much because not all super glue dries clear. Sometimes it dries a little white haze to it and it doesn't look good. Doesn't look right. You're going to end up having to hit it with a Sharpie or something. All right. And there you have it. Custom Tied's Olive Flash Bunny. Hope this tutorial was fun and informative for you. You can please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And you can find this and other cool bugs on Custom Tied Virtual Fly Shop's website at www.custom-tied.com. That's custom-tied.com. Have a splash, don't forget the dash. Happy tying!